So I just finished catching a little critter, and I'm installing the liner for my compost heap. Let me show you what I'm doing. The problem with Florida is the sand. Water just goes straight down into the aquifer. So what I'm doing is installing this liner simply by chopping out with a shovel and then feeding in and then punching and collapsing the top of the bed. You can see where I punched it in and locking it in place, right? And I'm going to go around here and put the liner as I've done here. Actually, got to fix this area here. I don't have a thing here, so I need to redo that. Originally, I was going to just do sections. I was like, you know what? I could just do the whole thing. So here it is. And why is this important? You know, I hate to bury plastic, but I have a problem. How do I capture moisture in Florida? So this is pretty well deep. This is well below anything that's going to grow down here, but it's going to basically capture water, cold water. That water is really important for basically breaking down your compost heap, and ultimately this is creating a reservoir well underground. I mean, look, I'm way underground here, so this is just going to help speed up the decomposition of your compost heap and create heat that's going to warm the bed above it, right? So I'm creating a heated bed here, and putting in this layer here is going to help create that. The other thing I'm thinking about doing is doing a natural pond. Now I'm going to be digging out my own well and actually be running a test well here. And by doing the same idea here, by putting in this plastic, maybe I can use this as the foundation of the water. The problem is, if you fill this up with water, all the sand is going to collapse in on it. So if you can put a liner here and then the sand collapses up in over it, then it's still going to trap water under here. And yes, it may leak out slowly on the edge, and maybe I can put another, I think the next thing is to cut. I'm thinking here, I cut like a 45 degree or more, make a 20 degree cut, a bank to this one, and then put another wrap and then cover that with sand and stuff. And that one actually flows over the bottom one, and it ultimately all gets covered with sand, and then that becomes a natural pond. So then we use the water from the well to feed it into here, and we basically have it running to keep the water in here all the time. And have stuff growing and put fish in here and everything else, and have yourself a natural pond. So anyway, so the point is that the techniques that I'm learning here with this compost heap is going to be techniques that I'm going to try when I start building, a natural pond. And what I'm doing here is just pushing in soil into it. So let me finish this. I'm running out of battery here. So the liner has been installed on the compost heap. This is a special compost heap for Florida. And ultimately, you can imagine now, if I cleared the sand, even let the sand fall in here, right? I could actually let the sand fall in here for the pond. Fill this up kind of with sand to protect and then cut at like a 20 degrees out, right? And then put another liner around that overlaps with this here. And then also cover that with sand and then fill it up with water. So basically what you have is you have a deep section of the pond down here, and then you got the shallow end that would come to about here, maybe even further, right? So that would be the shallow, and you would have that liner all the way around. So I think the pond would extend basically all the way around here, right? All the way around here. And this would all be water, and all the, basically you'd have the pond growth here, around here, and then you have the deep water in here. And basically that would be your pond. You'd need a filtering system in here, an aerator for creating, oxygen in the water. You have to plant a bunch of things. And the other thing you'd have to do to stop the moccasins, you're gonna have to put some sort of, but I don't know if you could do that because it's a structure, so you probably can't do that. And I don't know what sort of permit you need to put a pond in. You need a permit too, so you know, these are all things, but this is the technique that I would use for it. So, all right. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like the video, go to foundups.com and become a patron. A patron or a stakeholder is someone that supports these videos. These videos are not, I don't have any sponsors or anything else. My stakeholders are my sponsors. And I hope that the videos that I make you can learn from. A little $1 a month. You know, an iced tea a month is all you need to support. And together we can help save the planet. This here is Foundups House. This is Foundups House, Florida, and it's a 3-bedroom house that is going to have bunk beds in it that you can come and stay for patrons and enjoy a Florida vacation doing Foundups and help me transform this area into a food forest and create a demonstration of what this entire forest could look like. Help install these beds and everything else. All the food that we'll eat here at the Foundup House will be our own grown, the fish that we'll grow ourselves, and so on. So the opportunity here is to launch thousands of these Foundup houses just like this. And if you're a patron, if you're a stakeholder, you can launch your own Foundup house, and I'll help you do it. Work together, crowdfund it, find folks, find investors and everything else, and transform these homes into sustainable. There's what I call my salad garden right here. Show you this real quick. This is something new. Actually, I added a garbage bag to the top now. It catches the heat, keeps the water out. Doesn't really need water. If it gets water, it can go down the side. This is a low self-watering bed. And if you get like down here, actually, you can see the water down there. Right down there is water, right? You see the water. And there's aquifer in here, and it's got the stones up to that point there. So this is a no watering, low maintenance bed. All this food is basically food that I've regrown. Here's another bed that we're working on. And so this is it. Thanks for watching. And you'll see me on Animal Planet as part of Monster Week. I've got a special coming out called Buzzkiller. And I hope you'll enjoy that. And I hope you'll support our vision in saving our planet together with Foundups. Foundups.com. Thanks. My name is Michael Trout. Thanks for watching.